When you talk about the emotional scale, and I do love you very much, and I am familiar with your teachings, I don't understand how we can go from one place to another place on the emotional scale if the law of attraction is causing momentum and more of that particular disc that you're on.
Yeah, we know.
And it happens to me a lot.
And yet you know that you do, because your emotions move around. So you know that you must have some patterns of thought that get activated that then equal that emotion. So the question is, are you deliberately activating the patterns of thought, or are things that you are observing activating them?
Or is it both?
Both. And how much disc moving are you really doing? Consider this. You're going to like this. So do we agree that the non-physical part of you is in a very high flying, by all physical standards, pure positive energy vibration? And do we agree that when you line up with that, you feel really good? For whatever period of time you're lined up with it, your emotions feel good to you. That the positive emotion is the indicator of that resonance. So let's assume, for sake of this conversation, on the way to the answer that you're looking for, is that the source within you, your inner being, is on that high-flying disc, and you can feel when you resonate with it, you can feel that. But for whatever reason, you're not there, not right now. Doesn't matter what the reason is, you're not there, not right now. But Source never lets up. Source never joins you on a lower disc. Others do, but Source never does. Your inner being never joins you on a lower disc. So it's a steady calling of you upward, a steady calling of you upward, a steady calling of you upward, steadily calling you upward, steadily calling you upward. And unless you've got strong momentum that is preventing you from moving upward, you will. So when you slumber, you're called upward. Now, as soon as you regain consciousness, you may pick up where you left off yesterday, and your dominant belief and negative momentum may bring you back there. But just stay with the idea that that higher vibration is steadily calling you upward. And if it weren't for that thing you keep doing that holds you out of that vibration, you'd move upward. So the more distracted you are, the more you move upward. When you fall in love, you move upward. When you get fixated on something that is of a positive nature, you move upward. So let's hold that thought. Source is always pulling you upward. It's just the natural consequence of who you are. And unless you're doing that thing that doesn't let you go, you'll go. That's why when you meditate, you go. So you meditate and you go. Have any of you effectively meditated? And you feel yourself sort of detached. You have that feeling of well-being. And then you come out of meditation because the phone is ringing, let's say. And the conversation is about something that you've had a conversation about before. So did you maintain that momentum, or did your attention to the other subject cause you to do that thing that you do that held you out of it? So this is really the premise that we're wanting you to begin to focus upon, and we really want you to accept it, that you will be called upward into that higher vibration unless you've got those patterns of thought. So then just watch yourself and begin paying attention to what your patterns of thought are. And now that you are deliberately engaged in these grid discs, now that you consciously are aware of them, it is our expectation that you'll find yourself on all subjects just moving steadily upward, 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 until problems that have been jumping on the discs with you that are no longer being given much attention will just dissipate from your life experience until you will barely remember them. Have you ever had an experience that was a pretty negative experience that you used to talk about quite a bit, but you've stopped talking about it? And then every now and again, someone will trigger it, and you'll say, oh, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Well, the reason you haven't thought about it in a long time is because you have not been in the vibrational vicinity of it, you see. Helpful?
Awesome.
It is.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Now what?